Alright, this is Love Letters to Yourself. Um, by me, yours truly, you know what I mean? The last reading was heartbreaking. Hopefully this one is nicer. The reason why it was heartbreaking is that one of my Gemini clients decided to report me to YouTube. And knowing YouTube, they give you the comments that were sent to them so that you can review them. So, naturally, if that happens again, I will be suing a Gemini person off my channel. Okay? I don't like being called out by a higher up in my situation. I usually sue people that do that to me because it's embarrassing. Okay? So, all I'm going to say is if I get another comment like that, we're all going to have a sis moment and we're all going to fucking listen to everything I have to say. Okay? Now, Cancer, I will say this. Your readings are probably the funnest. Alright? And Geminis are the most boring. So, I usually try to curb my enthusiasm or do extra readings so that it's a little different each time. But yeah, Cancer is usually the first reading I post. I'll be honest. It's probably the most insightful. Y'all need direction. Y'all have fun with that. And y'all don't take anything personally. Just put it to you as easy as possible. With Gemini, they take everything personal. And people have said in the past that they don't like Gemini because they're over dramatic or they say things out of the root of their acceleration cube, which would be their asshole. And I believe them. I do. My first house is in Gemini, but I assimilate more with my Aquarian placement when it comes to my readings and everything. So, like, I get it. But when there's a lot of emotion and different levels of your being, like, there's points where you hate certain people, and there's points where you love certain people, and it has to do with experience and how you feel about certain people. Okay? So, I understand that a lot of my Cancer readers also have the reading for Gemini because they're either born in the middle or they like having the duality of both readings. So if you do watch that reading, it's a little harsh, and I wanted to be accurate. So I don't have another complaint. Okay, so let's get into your reading before I blow a fucking mammogram. Again. My fucking foot is injured from having a till fucking take off half my bottom of my foot. So I had to go in for foot surgery. I'm a little bitey at the moment, and it hurts. It's hurt me for probably about 3 to 4 months. Okay. I usually till around wintertime so that like the nutrition stays on the ground. But I lost track of it, and it is what it is. So I am a little bit in pain, and I just came off my medication. So not feeling too good. Alright. So anyway, let's get into it. Something lovable about yourself. Alright, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is cutting edge, big picture leader, overcoming challenging creations of tomorrows. We have business minded, taking charge, and certain of your convictions. So unapologetic. I met a lot of you. I have a lot of friends that are Cancers too. Okay, so we have something admirable about yourself. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so unable to move on, clinging to past loves, failure to live in the present. We have Soul Tribe. So I feel like right now you tend to like being in the past, being around your friends, being around people that you feel comfortable with, which is fine. Also, you might have to kind of have separate hobbies. You might want to grow your friend circle a little bit with hobbies you actually enjoy. Um, it doesn't have to be big things. It could be new things that you're trying out, and you get friends from just that experience alone. Okay, so go where there's a lot of people. I do that a lot myself, but uh, my insecurity after the pandemic was to always have my shoes on, because that's how your brain like radiates to like factory settings. You always either had to put your shirt on, your shoes on, or you have to put some form of like security on yourself. They were talking about that with a movie called Radiation Theory, where like the human body, if it's under a lot of stress, duress, or whatever, it goes for security items that it likes. Mine is shoes for obvious reasons, because I was born under the 11th house of Aries. We love action if we have to run away from something. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. Like, you might have to get back into like primal instinct of how you feel about yourself. Alright, so we have the World on something that you need to give yourself credit for. We have the World in reverse. So missing something in your love life, taking your partner for granted, or maybe you're not interested. It could be a different aspect that you're looking for in a partner. And overcoming obstacles. So with obstacles come different things. So you might be the type that likes to be outside. Your partner might be the type that likes to go shopping. And those kind of mix together in the middle. It's a Venn diagram situation. Mixed together in the middle. But as far as having somebody to share that like your interests with, you might not have that. Like, you don't have a bond between like your interests, your likes, and everyday life. Okay, it might not like come together that often. Okay, and that's probably what you're missing. With me, I like being outside and being in my garden that I just planted. It's pretty awesome. I also like I also like fucking Y2K preparation. Y2K preparation was that Fallout thing that we had as kids, Oh, Y2K is coming, you need to get ready. Instead of celebrating the ball dropping, we were prepping for the world to end, which I don't think was good. But I still do that. Like, I still have cans of food. Like, I stash away in a private place so that in case the world should fall out from its orbit or something, I have enough food to last me for the month. Like, probably not the year, but the month. Because of, like, just trauma. Just fucking paranoid trauma. And I feel like you might be, like, from that generation, or you might be, like, prepping food or something. But you're always thinking about, like, tomorrow and shit like that. Like, it's weird. It's from childhood, you get paranoid and shit. Well, that's why millennials can't, like, survive, like, normal life decisions. Like, we're always prepping for tomorrow. We're not prepping for today. And it's, like, we can't be in the moment for anything because we're on edge sometimes. But yeah, millennial shit. X generation had the same shit, but we were feral children, as it were. Alright, we have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups, how can you improve the love you give yourself? We have the Five of Cups. We have grieving, breaking up, time of tension and sadness in relationships, disappointment, heartache, moving on, regret and acceptance, and we have change. You might have a big old change in your life. You might be going for something different in your life. You might be looking for something different. You might want something that's more nostalgic to, like, who you are as a person, so that you can talk about the good old days. I love that shit. Like, I can go out with people and talk about like the millennial fucking reset. The millennial reset was fun. But yeah. Millennial reset happened when the Z generation was introduced. where we didn't know what the fuck to do. We were like, this is a kid generation. These are like monkeys. It's like the X generation, but on steroids. But, you know what I mean. So we have fairly traditional heartbreak and tears. Can be gossip or slander, jealousy, betrayal of friendships, false friends. Uh, some of my cats are a little bit pryly today. So we have betrayal of friendships, false friends, causing an upset. Okay, so we also have it's a surprise. We have a hidden lover, low-key situationship, sneaky link, or side piece. We have bravery, confidence, intoxication, odd behavior. Liquid courage, you might be having a sip of the old devil drink. We also have replaying the past. We have a true friend. We have hidden damages or dangers, and we have sent selfies. We have influenced by addiction, and we have surprise love. We have certainty. We have anxiety. We have stress, depression, panic attack, restlessness, anxiety. Alright. So you have anxiety too. Oh, that's nice. So you might be dealing with addictions, either of the sexual nature, the drug nature, or the overpreparative nature. You might also have gossip and jealousy and anxiety and other shit that's going on. You might also have a breakdown of your own relationship that's going on if you're in a relationship. And there could be some very sneaky links there. It's either you have a side piece or this person has a side piece, and this side piece and them might talk about you behind your back, or you might talk about them behind their back, something to that effect. And I don't know. I think it's weird. I think it's weird if you need more than two people to satisfy your need for attention or your needs. It's a little weird. But again, there is the millennial reset. Now, millennial reset means that your brain and how you see yourself as a person reset at some point before the Z generation even existed. Like there was no like line between it. It was like the Y generation meets Z generation, and then millennials had a breakdown. Like the X generation had a breakdown around the millennium. So we had a breakdown. We wanted different things from what our parents had and their relationships and all that. We wanted more of a group relationship instead of a one-on-one relationship. And then it started getting into the one-on-one relationship where we wanted to settle down and shit. It was just like a weird reset. But yeah, I feel like you might be going through that, but you took longer than other people did to have like a one-on-one relationship. So you're trying to figure out who's good for you and who's bad for you. And the one that holds on the most is the one that's bad for you. It's psychology, because they know that they're like, oh, I'm gonna be kicked off first. But the one that is supposed to be for you is the one that's not gonna fight. The one that's like defeated already, that you're even thinking about like letting somebody go. That person is the one that's like, okay, I guess, and then like they'll leave, and that's the person that you're gonna fucking miss. Psychology, I'll tell you. And they're the better connection. They might have their own like can of worms and shit, but like they're probably nicer than the people that you surround yourself with, which it's hard for people to understand how psychology works, but it works like that. It really does work like that. I don't like gossiping. I don't like people fucking around with my fucking consciousness. It takes too much energy. It takes a lot of energy out of like the day too. You know, dealing with somebody else's negativity when you're positive all the time. You know, I've been a light reader for a long time. I've been an I've been a horoscope reader for a long time too. Like I could read my friends' horoscopes when we were kids, and it was just nice. Um, and I didn't need the newspaper, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Tarot cards I might not be good at, but yeah, chart readings I'm good at. A lot of people ask me for those. Very expensive technique I use, but it's a lot of fun because people like they realize things about themselves and they get inspired and stuff, and I love that. But like tarot reading, it's like it's to the point. It's today. It's like ah. But you know, I like doing horoscopes. It's nice. It's fun. It's relaxing. Um, you need to find people that you can relax around and things you can do that relax you. Honestly, it helps. Alright. Anyway, my cats are getting restless. I'll see you in the next reading, alright? Take care of yourself. Take care of everyone, alright? Bye now.